Hi everyone, it is a Wednesday morning and I am just leaving town heading to Miquelon. It's just outside of the Leduc Edmonton area and I can't wait to show you. Alright, hello everybody. We are at our campsite for the day. We got here, it's like 30 some degrees. So I'm gonna admit, didn't film any of that again. One of these times I will film it. I also realized that I forgot my tripod, my big one. It's gonna be a lot of the, good old-fashioned selfie, handheld. I do have like a small tabletop one, I think. I haven't searched for it yet, but it's still pretty warm. I am very flushed, but we got everything set up. So I'm in my canopy. I bought canopy walls. I'm so excited. I only have 2 of them up, mostly for privacy, but also kind of help cool it down a bit, hopefully. We'll see tomorrow where the sun ends up. So we might put up another wall or 2. Marley's here. We're both just a sweating. It'll probably be an early night for us. But yeah, I'm excited. Good morning, everybody. So it is day 1 here at this campsite, which means it's time for breakfast. So just gonna kind of show you guys what that looks like. We are making like a hash brown breakfast bowl, what I've been calling it. So it's hash brown, scrambled eggs, bacon, and cheese. And typically ketchup because I like ketchup in mine. So the first thing to cook up is the bacon. I'll probably do, it's pretty big bacon. We'll see, maybe half of it. And then I'll put the other half back in the fridge, so to speak. But let me turn you guys around and show you how this looks. Alright, so this is typically where I cook, is back here. If the weather's not nice, I will move into the canopy. I'll just move the table into the middle, make sure the mesh is open. Yeah, we've got this hooked up to the propane. I try to have all my tools and everything out before I start cooking, but let's get this open up and get going. Alright, so we got the bacon cooking, we've got Marley hanging out waiting, and so this is my little kitchen setup. These are all my tools in this kit: forks, 2 cutting boards, a grater. I have 2 knives, the small one, all these guys, scissors for something like that separately. Yeah, I try to have all this ready to go and get the bacon cooked, and then we'll put the hash browns in and use the bacon grease to crisp them up, and then add the eggs. We should be good to go. The nice thing is this thing cooks pretty fast. So something I've always wanted to do is change the floor in here. It's kind of like I don't know 100% what it is, to be honest with you, but I got these like wood looking sticker things. I got 2 packs, so hopefully that's enough. So I moved everything out of the way. The table took it all away. We're gonna clean the floor the best that I can. And we're gonna try this. See how it goes. I also really want to contact paper the ceiling and stuff, so we'll see if I get there. I do have some. I definitely don't think I bought enough. But yeah, the floor is the biggest thing that I've been wanting to change. So we'll see. We're gonna start that, see how it goes. So here's what I ended up doing with the floor. They're just like some stickers on top. I cleaned the floor really well before I did this, but I think it looks really good. It's not perfect. There are some spots you can kind of see, but I even took whatever this is called off to make sure I could get it as close to that as I could. I just think it looks a lot cozier, and I'm really happy with it. Good morning, everybody. So it is a new day. I don't have much to say from yesterday. I have a friend who lives in the area that came and visited me, so we just literally spent the day chatting, and it'll probably be the same thing today. Didn't really have dinner last night, so nothing to share from that, but it's the morning. We're just getting Marley out on his morning walk. For whatever reason, this dog will not go to the bathroom in the campsite. That's not something I taught him, it's just what he does. So take him for a walk, but it's also just good in the morning to get out for a stretch. It's definitely windier today than it was yesterday. A little bit on the cooler side, but that's okay. And then here we are, we're back home, and I'm gonna turn you around and show you guys that. Right. Welcome home, everybody. Pretty standard setup from what you usually see. Not much has changed. A couple new items, and we'll get into that here. Okay, so here's some new stuff I wanted to get into to show you guys. First one is my new electric cooler. I was so excited to buy this because it makes sense, right? So this is a Vivor, I believe it's a 40 liter, and it's a dual zone. So what that means is when I open this up, you have like a fridge and a freezer side. I had it as a freezer for the most part, but now I've changed both sides to a fridge. They're about, this one's 34, this one's 21. It's still slightly getting there, but like everything honestly stayed nice and cool, frozen. I am so happy with this so far. It fits really nice. It does have a fan on either side, so you have to make sure that the fans can breathe. And then I'll show you where I have this plugged into. If we just say good morning to Marley. Go over here. This is my Anchor Solex, and it is a giant battery basically. So far I'm really happy with it. I will say when the freezer is on, it does use quite a lot of battery compared to when I changed it to just the fridge. So as you can see, it's currently at 82%, and it was 100% when I plugged this back in last night at about 10. You've got all these different ports. I have this plugged into my portable battery, charging that, and this is just there. And this does connect to my phone, so I do have it on my phone where I can check it throughout the night if I need to, or whatever. This is a big light, and it's got all these different modes, and then a compartment on top to kind of store your extra cords. And then it came with a bag, a waterproof bag. And again, it does have the vents on either side, so you need to make sure it can breathe. I want to test if I can have this plugged in, charging, but still power something. So we're going to test that out right away. So it does look like it is inputting and outputting at the same time, which is pretty cool. It's a little of a redneck funky setup here, but I'll adjust it, change it to what I need it for the day, because I just want to make sure that that's charged for the night. However, we'll see what the app says I have for time. And if it says I've got enough time, then we might just leave it. I'm just going to leave it all be. We'll see what happens. We'll watch it throughout the day. If I need to plug it in later, I'm going to plug it in later. Those are the two newest things that are really big and exciting for me. The other things I bought, some solid canopy walls. If you remember from last weekend that I went out camping, poured rain. And I wanted to be on the safe side, so I bought 3 of these like blue solid ones, and I have a door one. I would like it to be known that those are expensive and hard to find apparently. Because I have a slanted leg canopy, it made it a little harder, but Amazon came through, we found it. And of course I just bought some new little stuff. I bought Marley some new dishes, because he really doesn't seem to like the big container one that we were doing before. Alright, I wanted to show you guys, this is my door. My dad and I redid it. I have some pictures. The original one had some, it was busted in some spots basically, and it had that metal plate on it. This is what it looks like now. I also added these stickers. The top Snoopy one is one my mama bought me last year, and then I found Max in my sticker collection, and I thought he worked perfectly considering it's Maxine and Ruby. We're just working on breakfast here. This is Marley's. He's got kibble, and I did fry him up an egg. Marley doesn't typically eat his kibble when we come camping, so I'm hoping this will help him maybe get into it. I'll just mix it up a bit. I am having pancakes, so we're just working on that, and then sausage as well. And of course he will get a little bit, because look at his face, you just can't not. Alright, so we're going to wash our dishes. So I've got water some hot, not too boiling. And I'm just going to pour it into the sink, kind of get it on top of all these bubbles. And I'm realizing this isn't closed all the way. There we go. Okay, problem solved. I just need to adjust it. So we lost some water, but that's okay. Pour some in. I do leave some in here, just so I have clean water to pour if any of the dishes are too soapy. And then we're going to work our way from cleanest to dirtiest, just like hand washing dishes at home. I have these that I found at the dollar store. I've got 4 different ones, and I do have like a scrub on me for anything heavier. But that's basically it. And then I'll hand dry them. I just do a couple at a time, hand dry, put them away as I go. All right, we are all cleaned up from breakfast. We are laying on the hammock. I'm just gonna hang out. My friend from the area is coming again today to visit. So it's basically what I'm gonna do all day. Normally I will just hang out on the hammock, have a nap, embroider. That's a big thing I do. But for now, this is what we're doing. The squirrels have been taunting Marley all day. I feel so bad for them. All right, good morning everybody. So it is currently Saturday morning and it is 9:45, so 9:45. My friend is coming back again today. So yesterday, again, same thing. I just hung out with my friend. We hang out in here, chatted. We did have a little nice fire last night with the propane fire pit. But Marley's been really good. There was a moth in my tent last night. And for anybody who doesn't know, I am petrified of moths. Marley went and got it for me. Some people might find it gross, but he ate it. And to me, that's all I need in a dog, is someone who's willing to eat the moth for me. Because I really am petrified of them. I don't know why. I have no issues with butterflies, which are pretty similar. Couldn't explain it to you, but I love Marley for that. Truly, I don't know what else I need in a dog, but that. Because by the time I realized I wanted a fire, it was late and neither of us were going to get wood. Marley is hanging down there as well. He's here, been here the whole time. But I'm thinking I'm leaving today. I am technically scheduled to be here tomorrow as well, but it's supposed to pour rain, like all day once midnight hits. And as anybody knows who's been camping in the rain, it is so not fun to have to put all this away. And yet, I could put most of it away today and then just have to worry about my camper. But then I'd be soaking wet and I'd have to drive home like that, and it's like a 6-hour drive. And that does not sound fun to me. And I also would feel bad about having the dog sit in the truck for that long while it took me to put this away. So I'm thinking we're going to leave today. However, that being said, part of me is also considering driving to like Jasper or Hinton for the night. Because I still have tomorrow. And Jasper / Hinton is like 3 hours from here. And then Jasper's just another hour. So I could just make a 4-hour trip like later today. And then it's about 4 hours home up to Grand Prairie from there. So I'm thinking I might do that. It's not like I spent that much on this campsite anyway, so I'm not losing money by, I am technically losing money by leaving early, but not like that much. It actually was a decent price for this site. I want to say $45 a night. I'll find out for sure. But it's been a really nice campsite. I've liked it so far. I have not explored the rest of the campground. That is one thing you guys will probably notice. I don't do a lot of like outside exploring, especially with Marley. Not that you can see him. I just feel bad. He'll bark at everybody and everything, and that's not fair to anybody else. Also, if he can't go for that long of a walk, he like starts to just huff and puff. He does wear a harness, so it's not like I'm like pulling on his neck. He's an old dog, okay? He's a senior citizen. They have 3 loops. It's a big campground. They have like a big park center when you come in. Apparently the lake is really nice. Lots of trails. They gave me a map that just shows all the trails. And then I'm like kind of at the start of the loop, kind of not. It's an interesting layout for sure. The washrooms are close by. They've got drinkable water. They do have showers, but I don't know how close they are to me. And then they do have yurts, which is really cool. I walked by one yesterday, and it's like a yurt, a big yurt. It's got like a full-on barbecue with it. We'll try to drive by, and if I can get some pictures or videos of one, I will do that, and I'll show you guys because it's actually really cool. I don't know how much they are per night because I was not big in a yurt, but yeah. So I think the current plan right now is to get some stuff kind of put away in the camper itself, clean up in there, and then look at probably starting breakfast. My friend is on the way, so we're gonna hang out a little bit before I leave once I decide what I'm doing for sure. It's kind of up in the air, but yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit. Alright, so we're slowly getting ready to pack up. So in terms of what that looks like, I get everything put into its appropriate home. So that's shoving the sleeping bag in there. Why that's so hard, I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. My pillows, my duvet, blankets, and my bear. My bear does live in here. He's cozy, he's comfy, he loves it. Marley's sleeping bag and Marley's blanket. So once that's all put away, I take the cushion that lives on the table, I put it down there, and we are going to put everything here underneath there as well. Alright, hello everybody. Marley and I are all packed up. We're just getting ready to leave. Unfortunately, it is way too hot. And fun fact for you guys, when it's this hot, I start to get really sick. So Marley and I are heading home. We're gonna take the long way. Originally, like I talked about earlier, I was thinking of staying later, getting home, or going to Hinton. We're just gonna drive that way. We're gonna drive through Hinton, go up that way through Grand Prairie. I'm just looking forward to taking the drive. I just stopped at the camp center, which is this big building here behind me. You don't need to tell them you're leaving, but I wanted to also just check it out. They've got a nice little store in there, some good washrooms. It's a gorgeous park. I think anybody would love to stay here. I wish I could have showed you guys a bit more, but it's a full weekend and I don't want to invade people's privacy by showing you guys too much about what they're doing. I'm going to find a picture of your, I'll insert a picture of it for you guys so you know what I was talking about earlier. Other than that, I'm a little crooked, but we're going to head home. We're going to go get gas and get going. We are in Hinton now. Marley just needs to go for a quick walk. We're going to grab dinner and then keep on heading her. There was a big rainstorm back there. I have some clips of it. I had my phone propped up. It was a little intense. Some flooding. You just slow down. No cruise control. You pay a lot of attention to the traffic around you, but it's fine. Called my mom and my dad. So it was good. But yeah, just in Hinton, taking a quick walk. Never be afraid to take the long way home, because life is full of turns and surprises. You never know who you'll meet or what small beautiful moments will stay with you forever. Sometimes the best things in life aren't on the shortcut. They're on the road we didn't plan to take, the one we didn't see coming. For me and my family, one of those roads led us to Marley's last camping trip. We didn't know it at the time. To us, it was just another adventure. But looking back, I can see how precious this trip was. Marley was 10 years old, already a senior citizen in dog years, but he carried himself like he always had. Steady, loyal, and full of quiet joy. And although he started out as my dad's dog, somewhere along the way he became everyone's in my family. We didn't just own him, he became a part of us. He saw fields, mountains, and many open roads. On every one of those trips, he was more than just a dog. He was a co-pilot, heater on a cold night, and my best friend. I'll be honest, losing him hurts, and it always will, but I know something deep in my heart. Marley's adventures aren't over. Every time I head out, every time I set up camp, every moment he's still there. I truly believe pets go to heaven and I'll see him again one day. My challenge to you is this. When you have the chance, don't just rush home. Take the scenic route. Time is precious, life is short. Stop at the viewpoint, roll the windows down, watch the sunset. It's one day, all we'll have are the memories we made along the way. And those memories will mean the most. For this lesson, for all the adventures, for the love of one very good dog, I am so grateful to the Lord above.